What's up, guys? It's the Lazy Gold Maker. We're back with the road to 100 million, and we got some better news this week, as we'll see when we get into the data. My sales are down across the board. I do have some cool ones that we'll take a look at, but my sales are overall down. But that's fine. That's completely livable. But we did make a profit, and that's the important part. So let's take a look. So what did happen this week? I put a little bit more effort into posting on my other realms, so selling battle pets, and that paid off. We had a couple of rounds with some decent sales, and then I had this one on Das Consortium, my German realm. We sold a Hate Spark, one of those expensive battle pets, for 200k, 290,000 to be specific. I have no idea what I paid for this pet, but that's obviously a huge move. Honestly, when I take a look at my pet realms, I'm running relatively low on pets, but so it's a big question of if I should invest like 500,000 to 1 million in battle pets or not. I haven't really decided yet. This week we did have a decent amount. We had like 500 or 420,000 gold worth of pet sales. So depending on the profit margin, it could be very well worth doing that. Should pay off in a couple of 2-week periods. But then again, we're pretty close to the goal lines. I don't want to spend gold. It's a conundrum. Don't have a good answer. So we'll just see. Outside of that, there weren't any specific interesting pet sales. Just a bunch of relatively cheap ones. A couple 20,000 pets, mostly 5,000, 2,000 gold pets, which I sold a good chunk of. And then we have my sales on Draenor this week, and my sales are lower than last week. We're down 1 to 1.5 mil, and the majority of these sales, like 900, almost 1 million, is from Chronocloth bolts, quality 3 Chronocloth bolts, which I did the market reset, and I have a video coming out on that tomorrow. It's looking like I'll probably break even. But I spent 1.3 million, so I still technically have a 300,000 gold loss. Need to sell off the rest of my Chronocloth bolts. I mean, you can see them right here. I have another 500 here, worth about 350,000, which means that if I sell these at the current price, I'll be making a 50,000 gold profit, something like that. So it's not a loss, but it's looking like break even pretty much. I didn't have the time to sell enough early on when the price was good. But we still have some other sales. We sold like 20,000 worth of engineering stuff, which you can see on screen, and we sold about 570,000 worth of gems and enchants. So relatively low. One thing I didn't do this week, I pretty much didn't spend gold. I just used materials and gems I already had on hand. I did spend a little bit on enchanting materials, but they were fairly cheap. So I almost didn't spend gold relative to what I've done in the past. And we're going to see that had a huge effect on the total numbers. So I'll just bring those up. So here they are. And the more observant of you will notice that there's a big green number on Draenor. I actually made 700,000 gold in terms of increased liquid gold off of just 1.5 million gold in sales. How on earth did that happen? I don't know. The real interesting part is that 1 million of this is gold I spent on Chronocloth in this 2-week period and just sold back. So pretty much everything else was pure profit. Honestly, I think it's technically mathematically it's fine. It's fine if this is, I think this has to be wrong, I'm thinking, but who knows. This is what TSM is telling me I have right now, by the way, 62.7 million. It's possible there's some missing data or something, but as far as I can tell, this looks correct. Everything looks correct in terms of what characters have gold available right now. So I'm going to guess that this is good information. Hopefully it is. Because I'm a little bit uncertain, like how I can make 700 gold profit off of 1.5 million gold in sales when 1 million of this is from essentially from Chronocloth bolts, which I made a loss on 300k. But yeah, we're looking up. We're looking up. And then obviously we have the rest of the realms. The 200k here really helps out. So we're up 1.1 million, 1.2 million. So that's really good. Past 95, just 5 million to go. Yeah, but at this point of the patch cycle, 500k profit on my off realms and 700k profit on Draenor. I should probably focus on this for the rest of the challenge. So I guess I should go spend some money on battle pets. Definitely just buy a bunch on Draenor where I have a lot of gold. And that's a high pop realm with fairly cheap pets. So I guess that's what we'll do, and then see what we can eke out there in terms of profit for the next couple of weeks and months, and just focus on the low volume. Definitely not spending a ton. One of the reasons why I kept the sell number really low was because Awakened Order, someone reset it and it kept at a high price for a really long time, so I didn't want to invest. I just didn't want to invest. Like, this is expensive. Is it gonna maintain at this level? I don't know. I had like 70 Awakened Order left over on one of my crafters, which I used to craft gems, and that's about it. But I just didn't want to touch it at this high price because I've been burned before. So I kept out of it, and yeah, just sold what I had essentially, which brought in a decent amount of profit. So I'm gonna be happy about that. And I guess that's where we leave this this update. Hopefully, if we can keep this up, particularly this part, then we're gonna reach the goal in the not too distant future. Very nice to finally actually make some profit on Draenor, and also to make a big number here as well. Really happy. We're on the right path again, and well, I'm happy to say we're making gold. Goodbye, guys.